kina mama, sabihin nila, punta tayo sa lola mo. Hindi ko siya nagagawa dati. And it's just fulfilling na gusto ni mamang mag-birthday. Ma, saan mo gusto mag-birthday? Yung I can get to say yes kahit just driving them to the city.
Welcome to Invest Ambitiously, where we inspire you to dream ambitiously, live ambitiously, because you invest ambitiously. Discover how Tina, of One for the Money, turned her birthday resolution into a 2-story house through investing. Tina, you mentioned that you have an annual birthday resolution. In 2016, you committed to learning about investing and financial literacy. Why did you pick this?
Every year on my birthday, I would always pick a theme. Pero I don't know how to answer that without revealing my age kasi part siya ng theme. But the driving force was that I was working na for a couple of years. I don't see myself in the industry until I'm 60. So I was working in the call center kasi noon.
Yep.
So hindi ko siya makita yung sarili ko. Pero I wanted to do something else pero hindi ko pa alam. And the only way for me to do that is to fix my personal finance and start investing. The generation now would call it time freedom and financial freedom. Pero mas more on ako dun sa time freedom kasi we're working in the call center. I don't have time for holidays, time with family. Very, very rare. So yun yung main driving force. That's why I selected that theme for my birthday that year.
Was it also because of the burnout associated with the graveyard shift or not really?
Not really because it pays good amount. Kayang tiisin.
Money solves a lot of things.
It's just that if I think about it na 20 years, 30 years, you would still be in that industry, parang hindi ko yata kaya.
So at this point in time, how much were you investing?
During that time, small amounts lang. Our salary comes every 7 and 22nd. So I was putting in 2,000 on the 7th, plus 2,000 on the 22nd. Only because I already have a certain budget. Plus yun lang yung kaya because I was helping the family support my brother going sa college.
You were juggling multiple financial responsibilities. You were paying for your own expenses, you were helping out with your brother's college, and you were also investing. I think this is a situation that a lot of people are very familiar with, right? Everybody juggles multiple financial responsibilities at any given point in time. What's your advice for them?
Mahirap kasi iba-iba tayo situation. But for me, what work, when the company offers overtime work, 1 hour, 2 hours, wala man akong gagawin, I'll take kasi it pays good amount. Tapos, this one I heard from Marvin Dermo. He said, whenever he gets his 13-month pay, he'll push that to the
Investing.
buy more shares. So sabi ko, sige, hindi ko naman masyadong kailangan yung iba, then I'll put good 60-70% in there. And then, when the company releases incentive, so they would have a campaign, pag mababa yung numbers, we need to hit certain goals. I'll be competitive and make sure that I'll get that for the month. Tapos, since hindi ko naman siya kailangan, budgeted na yung salary, I'll put that also in the investment. So, hindi lang siya naging 2,000, napupush siya from other income sources.
So, you started investing in 2016. By 2019, in 3 short years, you were able to buy a lot, then build a house on top of it. Can you explain the context surrounding those explosive gains?
Siguro, nakapunta lang ako at a good time. Nung 2016, the index was around 6,000 levels. Tapos umakyat siya ng 9,000 in 3 years. Pero hindi ko alam. Hindi ko naman siya naiintindihan before. The first stock that I bought was Ayala Land. Only because everybody was buying Jollibee. Bili kayong Jollibee shares. Sabi ko, ayokong gumaya kasi para iba.
Contrarian.
So, binili ko yon. On the first year, it was up 35%. Tapos sabi ko, tapos nabigbigay pa ng dividends minsan. Sabi ko, siya, pwede to. Just God had led me to people who introduced me to real estate. Hindi ko naman siya maiisip in my current line of work kasi mahal. Kahit down payment, hindi siya carry. But the Lord has been gracious na the people that He led me to didn't require me to have down payment. Tapos, yung dream ko, kasi Sir John, I'm a frustrated architect. My mom had me took up nursing. So, layo, di ba? So, gusto ko talaga, lupa, tapos I would have a say kung ano magiging itsura niya.
Yeah.
And so, ganun yung nangyari. God led me to people na sa real estate, lupa, pinatayuan, and then a good portion of that, I had to withdraw my stock investments. Pero may portion pa rin is still in the mortgage. Pero like, may bibiling ganito, ganyan, the furniture, the appliances, di naman siya part ng mortgage. It was all from the stock investments.
That is such an inspiring story. So, now that you have the house, what's the next big goal?
That time, it was still the same when I started 2016. Kasi remember, I had to withdraw. So, wala na siya naman.
Yes.
So, it was the same goal. The goal again is to replenish yung nangyari. Nung time na yun, 2019, nalungkot pa nga ako, Sir John, kasi parang, naubos lahat ng naubos lahat ng stock investment. But then also looking back, what happened next year, 2020, it was pandemic. Everything went down.
Yep.
So I don't have any stock investment.
Yes.
It was an opportune time also to build the stock portfolio ulit.
So it was very serendipitous. You sold your investments, you were able to buy the house and lot, then the pandemic happened, so the market declined a lot. So what did you do next?
I tried to learn trading. I was learning trading na 2018, pero hindi pa like full. Pero doon kasi ng time na yun, I wanted to do it full time. So yun, I tried to learn it. I tried to trade also other market. The main was lang to add. Kasi the 2,000, add lang ng add to...
So more of peso cost averaging. So trading, it was more technical based this time around. More charts, right? So you would swing trade, I assume, buy and sell, buy and sell. What's the duration of each of your investments?
I started with trend following 2 months, 3 months, 7 months, so less than a year. Now doing a bit more of momentum.
I really believe that there's multiple ways to skin the cat. Like for example, ako rin, like for the US markets, I would use momentum. But for the Philippine markets, I would use dividend investing. So while you were investing, you then started the blog. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
So during the early years when I was starting to learn about, parang bago siya lahat sa akin eh. So I started the blog, parang online diary lang na, ganito pala siya, step by step, ganito ganyan. I was doing it for an audience sana for call center agents. Kaya lang, parang nag-pick up yung traffic yata for OFWs.
I see. Why do you feel na mga OFWs were interested in your blog?
I honestly don't know. Pero I started asking din. Tapos I have a friend who works in Spain. Siya yung nagsabi. Sabi ko, bakit ba, hindi naman sila yung sinusulatan ko parang ako. Tapos some friends in my industry lang din. Sabi niya, it was because yung sila sa ibang bansa, gusto nilang mag-invest. Pero hindi nila alam kung paano. So usually na-scam sila. So 2 things happen daw. Mas-scam sila, tapos ayaw na nila. Natatakot na sila. And then second, since natatakot na sila, they would send the money all to sa mga kamag-anak nila sa Pilipinas, and then wala na natitira sa kanila to save kasi nasasend na sa lahat. So maybe that's one reason why they started reaching out to me, kasi baka merong nakita sila na guide na sila siguro mai-scam.
Do you find it gratifying na you helped a lot of OFWs?
Yes, because I was able to, kasi hindi ko naman alam. Hindi ko alam yung context nila, but I was just helping them out in a way na, like for example, they don't have a bank account. Oh, this is how you open a bank account. I don't have a TIN. Oh, this is how I research for them, and then I give them a step by step.
Parang it's about taking out the friction towards them getting invested. What's your investing goals for the next 10 years?
More on trading goals. I would still want to trade. As I see the chart, I would want to trade other markets also. And siguro, if my future children would want to trade, I'll teach them the skill. Or if they don't want, they get the stock certificate.
You do this full-time na, no? Do you feel the pressure because you're doing it full-time? Kasi I was in your shoes as well. Once I started doing it full-time, I felt the pressure to really have positive gains year in and year out. Did you feel that pressure as well, or it wasn't the case for you?
Kasi Sir John, hindi naman siya full trading. So what I do, I've already set up the long term. It's there giving out dividends. Now, you trade, you have a certain capital, mag-gain kang 1% a month. The 1% goes to the long term. So nagko-compound pa rin si long term without the pressure of the trading.
I see. So you have different buckets of investments. Very smart. Very smart. Can you share with us the breakdown of your income? Like what percentage comes from your investment income? What percentage comes from blogging, etc.?
Sa trading, lahatin ko na lang. Siguro sa trading, 50%. It's revolving doon. Palipat-lipat, paikot-ikot yung pera doon. 30 comes from the business. I have ebooks, courses, and coaching services. And then, siguro the good 20 comes from brands, social media affiliate.
How can people reach out to you for your coaching services and the ebooks?
I have a website. It's CristinaOrlina.com. It's all there. But if they do want to have access to the free tutorials, I have a lot in YouTube also. It's one for the money.
One for the money. Yep, I follow that myself. One last question. How has investing ambitiously changed your life?
Oh wow, it's been a blessing in my life, and more than the financial changes, dami din pong changes sa lifestyle, sa mindset, and going back dun sa first question nyo na I really wanted to have time and financial freedom for myself. I get to do that since I resigned from my corporate job, and being able to say yes kina mama, ba, sabihin nila punta tayo sa lola mo, di ko siya nagagawa dati. And it's just fulfilling na gusto ni mamang mag-birthday. Ma, saan ba gusto mag-birthday? Yung I can get to say yes kahit just driving them to the city na may time. I get to say yes to opportunities, to time na hindi ka mag-worry na maglilive ba ako or kailangan ko ng ganitong isa-set.
Thank you again, Tina, for sharing your investment journey with us.
It's a pleasure po. Thank you din po.